Hello everyone and welcome to Module 5 in Week 5. We will take a look at this week's discussion, activities, submitted assignments, and classroom details. Alright, so let's go into Module 5 here in your learning modules. So this week we will be focusing on leadership and management, as well as the process of planned change and the professional nurse's role as a change agent. We will also be looking at ethical decision making and ethics in general as it applies to you as a BSN prepared nurse and how you have experienced that and come into contact with that in your practice as a registered nurse. Let's head down to our to-do list here. As usual, you do have reading assignments that we would like for you to complete. Those reading assignments will directly affect and be related to your discussion board question this week, as well as help your learning this week and for the future of the course. Now, with regard to classroom activities, we do have a couple of web lessons that we would like for you to complete that focus on the objectives for this week. Again, we would like for you to review the contemporary issue nursing project guidelines and rubrics. That opens up for you here. And then we also have the sample format of the contemporary nursing issue paper here for you to review as you complete your draft 2 and your final paper that will be submitted in the end of this week and the coming weeks. The fourth activity, again, as we reviewed last week, the Creative Professional Identity Project rubric and guidelines. Please do open that. Pay close attention to the media tools that you will be responsible for learning in order to create this project, and simply play around with the project and think about how you are going to execute how you can share your professional identity as a registered nurse as well as a future baccalaureate prepared nurse. We also have a reflection activity that we would like for you to complete. As usual, these classroom activities are not to be submitted and they are not due, but it is something that we would like for you to complete in order to best understand the objectives for this week. Now, for your submitted assignments, we ask that you complete your discussion board, and we ask that you turn in the second draft of your contemporary nursing issue paper. The second draft will include the adequate and appropriate data to support the position. Now, that is in addition to the first part that you've already submitted that I expect you will apply the feedback and changes that I've given you individually, as well as the group summary of feedback that I posted in the Nursing Issue Forum. Now, the last time that I looked at that forum summary that I posted, very few of you had actually visualized or reviewed that, so please open that summary in the discussion forum and read through the highlights there, because all of this will help you execute a more successful paper. Alright, these are additional resources that will help you in answering your questions this week with regard to your discussion, primary, and secondary posts. Now on to your discussion board post. For your primary post, we would like for you to think of a nurse that you have either worked with in the past or you are working with now, someone that you view as a leader. Why do you think this person is a leader? And more specifically, how does this person carry out the 10 identified competencies for leadership in the American Nurses Association's Standards of Professional Nursing Practice? Now, that resource book, the Standards of Professional Nursing Practice, are here for you. We do have a PDF file, and we have given you a nice little clue here to where to find those competencies to help you better answer your question. So once you click on this PDF file, you will see the ANA standards, and on page 55 and 56, you'll find the competencies that we were talking about that we would like for you to reflect on in your answer. For your for your secondary post, we want you to read your classmates' primary posts, and then just select one student whose competencies are different from yours, for whom you can create a response. You can encourage more discussion and compare and contrast your classmates' leader style. As usual, primary posts are due by Wednesday at 11:30. Response posts are due by Friday at 11:30. Now, you will be submitting the second draft of the contemporary nursing issue paper here. Again, please be sure that you have applied all of the individual feedback that I've given you in your draft 1 original response, and all of the summary feedback that I have applied and summarized for you in the discussion board forum. Under Contemporary Nursing Issue Project, I have posted a summary for you with pointers as well as feedback overall for the class that should be very helpful to you when completing your second draft as well as your final draft of this paper. All right, I believe that's all I have for you for Module 5. If you have any questions or concerns, as usual, please feel free to post those in the course Q&A forum or email me directly. Thank you and good luck.